Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to Slay the Princess. I purchased this game when it first came out, but I was recording other things, so I didn't have time to play it. And I didn't really want to start the game right before I took a break for Christmas. So figured I'd wait, start it now, and it'd be good. So here we are. Not too sure what this game's about, but I'm for it. So let's start a new game. I got a new fan for Christmas. It's supposed to be a silent desk fan, so we'll see if it's actually silent and see if it picks up on the mic. What the fuck is that? Start the game. What the hell? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore? The end of the world? What are you talking about? Explorer, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Holy shit. Okay, can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. If you consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending, do I get some sort of reward for this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around, and leave. Okay, so all these options have explore. These two don't. So I don't really know what Explore does, but the one that's got me the most curious is this one. So,
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
also I kept my mouse over here because I figured the dialogue options would appear somewhere else, so I'm gonna keep it over here.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
If it's just an innocent girl, why does it take this guy to kill her? Why can't anyone just do that? Just go in there and stick a crossbow just right in her face and just do it. Why does it gotta be the slayer? Or the hero? Okay, so Explore is going to continue the dialogue, correct?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Well, wouldn't the trees be the most problematic because they produce oxygen? Maybe algae could help, but I don't know if they have that. Well, it is Middle Ages, right? So maybe they're not aware of what trees help us with in this life. Maybe they don't care. I don't know. How can a princess locked away in the basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Huh. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm also very glad that this is voiced, because it seems like a large game. When I went to start it, I think there was like 90-something achievements, and this would be quite arduous, if that is the correct word I'm looking for, if there was no voice acting, so thank you. Yeah, this one.
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
That doesn't explain anything, though. That explains nothing to me. But you don't make the rules. I get it. You're just the narrator, but this is one of those games where you're gonna have to like go into the game files and poke stuff. Maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. What about this one?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay, that also doesn't tell me anything. This man is being vague with his answers, and I don't appreciate it. Yeah, alright, the game knows what I'm gonna say.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I don't like that. My imagination... the first thing I thought of was a Hot Pocket. Not my imagination. Come on, I was thinking of one of those lean pockets, you know, the ones with the broccoli and the chicken and the cheddar. Those are the good ones. That's what my mind went to, but I'm pretty sure I would want a better reward than that. But that's just where my imagination went. Hot Pocket sounds good. Jesus Christ. Let's go with this one.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Well, I'm pretty sure words are going to be exchanged,
Make your
you
way
know?
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Only one option.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Looks like a broken sword.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We just don't take it. Alright, we should take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, let's do this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Let's save just in case.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Just checking in on you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs.
Yo, did my
and
cursor
lock eyes
turn
with
into
the
a blade, or has
princess.
it always been like
There's
that?
a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
She's mean. Well, she is imprisoned, so. No way, why would you think that? We do have a sword. We should be careful with our words. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. Let's, this.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look
Your
how
sweet words
reasonable
won't
she's being.
fray me.
Just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles
did
out of your
change.
trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious
Now, I dropped the blade with calm hands and a reasonable brain.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, I don't think we should lead with this. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Start with, yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that.
Okay.
Now why are you here to kill me?
I was agreeing with you, because the voice in my head told me to. Okay, well that is... do you know why I'm here to kill you? Well, I feel like if I say this, she's gonna make fun of me again, because this is practically the same thing. She just said, why are you here to kill me? I'm gonna do it anyways, because I think it's gonna be funny.
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Huh?
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Yeah, sure.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here?
Yeah.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Well, that's good enough for me. We should let her go.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long's a long time?
Just how long has she been down here?
Thank you, hero.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they haven't. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I was hoping you would tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Me neither.
I believe her.
Thank you.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
That's not true.
At the end of the day,
I think.
whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
True.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Who are you talking to, voice of the hero?
So, I
Me?
could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I don't give a shit if she's good or bad.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I don't care.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
How would we free her anyways?
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Okay, I don't like the way you phrased that. So, I'm deducting points from your shtick, alright?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
I get you. I understand. I'm listening and paying attention, and narrator, your feelings are valid. But I kinda wanna let her go. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That doesn't help me at all, lady.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out
You son of a
her.
bitch, you didn't do that either. So that's why you pissed me off. But do I trust a voice in my head or a princess with money. Huh?
You can't. Don't bother.
Shut up.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
I forgot to silence my phone. Why would there be a key around here? See, this doesn't make sense. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I was playing a game and I couldn't hear my notifications go off, so I was like, hey, I have an idea.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
What does that mean?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
We doing a saw bit?
She is. I'm sure of it.
What's your name?
She
Princess?
hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Okay.
Any honorific should do, really.
Alright, I think we should just leave and ignore both parties. Maybe go find a winch at the tavern. Have a good old-fashioned fuck. And just leave this all behind us. Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Examine the change. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. Get to know each other better. Keep her locked away? That's interesting. That's a third option. That's pretty cool. I'm curious to know if the world actually ends, so...
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Don't worry, I can reload.
You walk up to the
Unless I
chambers
can.
behind the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Why would it be?
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
True. They would throw it in a lake nearby. That's what I would do. Or put it in the drawer next to my bed. There's a lot of stuff in there. Besides me cutting you out of here. I'm gonna go check upstairs.
I'll be here.
Yeah, where are you gonna go?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Fuck.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but you're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
That's what I figured.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
See, this game kind of reminds me of Raging Loop, in a way, which is one of my favorite visual novels. I got the Platinum Trophy for that game, and it is one of the coolest visual novels out there. I'll say that. I think it's one of the coolest. I love Danganronpa. I love those games. But this is a little different. Raging Loop is different. And it's so fucking good. It's such a good game. And, like, I'm kind of getting the same vibes from this game that I got from that game. Where different options. The further I get in the game, I'm going to look back and be like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, that makes sense, you know?
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, I'm in a little bit of a pickle, right? And this pickle is gonna cut this woman's arm off, Saw style.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Yeah, That's gonna make for...
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Does she want to keep it? Like the severed arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. How are we gonna get through this door?
Any of that, the stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What's up with our hand?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't think you are.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
I need a good thumbnail.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Why isn't she bleeding?
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was kind of cool. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, so we're aware that this is repeating. Turn around and leave.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Now I'm not so sure because originally it was the voice of the hero, now it's the voice of the skeptic, so...
Thank you. The whole world owes you a debt of gratitude. Really? Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things.
Are we like schizophrenic? Is this like that one movie, Identity?
A warning.
Also, the hand does look
Before you go
familiar
any
now.
further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and
I have an idea.
wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Huh.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I'm not sure what we look like.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
But we're the voice of the hero again.
and now it's gone.
Huh.
If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
What if I go into the basement without taking the knife and see if I get locked away again? I gotta sneeze, BRB. Well, that was cool.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
But I have an idea.
Are you sure? What if she... I don't know...
There's also that.
turns it against us? Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
So I'm a whole different party.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
fuck.
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Huh, I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her there.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
The thing is, she didn't kill me until the narrator took over. So, that's also like a thing. But what am I? Because this doesn't seem like a human hand. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit where she told me to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Pure. I've been here before. Yeah, I kind of want to get more into that.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay, strange.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Okay, I'm actually surprised they're just like, yeah, you've been here before.
It's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine.
Me neither.
You won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Can we ask her about her killing me? I want to talk about that. Intentions. I'm curious about the chain.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Well, that doesn't help either of us, does it, young lady?
Maybe it'll fit.
It's fairly large. I'm sure it will fit. I mean, is that what fitting looks like? I don't know. Maybe.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You just used a word I don't know and it pissed me off.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what
I
if he's telling
agree.
the truth?
Fuck him.
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What are you gonna say?
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Oh shit, I got a trophy
Yes.
for that. Become your own jailer.
So it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
It's kind of funny, yeah.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
This is kind of a nice thumbnail too.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
That is true, skeptic. I don't think she knew this was gonna happen, but we'll ask her anyways.
No. Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. Nope.
That's rude.
I really want to ask her about her killing me.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
This is nice.
Suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are...
Oh, my bad. Reread that. Whatever. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Why is she being cold to me? If she remembers me letting her out the first time, you'd think that would buy me like an ounce of trust. But I guess I did lock myself here. So she thinks I'm dumb. She must think I'm an idiot. Ah, shit.
Still rude.
Maybe we offended her with the small
You
talk
continue
comment.
to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh. Where did I go? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her stead.
she's gone. Where did she go?
Oh, fuck, the narrator's gone. That's my job now.
And there's that mirror again.
I don't like
Why
that.
is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we, The narrator is gone. Oh, he's right here. I'm the narrator.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Shut up.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
We have literally nothing else we can do, guys. It's the only thing.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You shut up.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Don't worry, I have an idea. There we go. Don't be scared. You approach the mirror. What do I look like? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I'm kind of gross. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Ew. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
It's also a cool thumbnail. Vessel, you say? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Confused? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Oh. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Well, it's nice. Destroy your body, attack the entity?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Hey, let her out.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Huh.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are.
Are you... this is kind of a dumb question, but...
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I don't want to do that. You scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I need to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay this princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being, semantic? What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
I don't want to wait forever, okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Remember who? Everything goes dark and you die. Credits roll. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. A guarded vessel, bring the prisoner to
You're on
her.
a path in the woods.
The real
At
Slay the
end of
Princess
that
starts
path
here.
Is a cabin,
Okay.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, that seems like a good point to end it. Yeah. This game's kind of crazy. I'm only gonna assume it gets crazier from here. There are how many achievements in this game? How many achievements, Steam? 97, and I have 4. Cool. Wait, hold the fuck on. Hold on. 93.4% of players have the the body, the It's You achievement from looking in the mirror, but only 38% has bring the prisoner to her. Did I do something wrong? Ah, well, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.